What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers, and thank you for watching episode 11 of The Bounce. Today is Friday, May 30th, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the WNBA slate for Friday's card. We got 4 games on the docket, but we're coming out firing with 3 selections that I believe have the best opportunity to run the table, go 3-0, and turn us a profit on a Friday night. Now, before we get into the plays, though, if you haven't already dropped a like on the video, please go ahead and do so now. If you guys are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. We are pumping out some great content on a daily basis. We are covering the WNBA from start to finish, and we got some great soccer content coming in the summer months. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any free picks. Now, without further ado, here are Friday's 3 best bets. Look, Connecticut was always going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. They're undergoing a rebuild, and they simply don't have any pieces in place that can contend with, the upper echelon teams. It's shown in spades, in terms of statistics. They're dead last in terms of points per game at 71.8. They play at one of the slowest paces in the league. They're 11th in field goal percentage, 12th in three-point field goal percentage. As you can see, they just don't score points on a consistent basis. On the flip side, you have an Indiana Fever side that come into this game off a loss against the Washington Mystics. And without Caitlin Clark, their leader, on offense, I expect them to take a renewed focus on the defensive end of the court and try to lock down to help their play style, pan out. Without Caitlin Clark in the lineup, this team cannot run and gun like they're accustomed to. They lack a true point guard that can create their own shot and get their teammates involved. And replacing a 19-plus point per game player is definitely easier said than done. Throw in the fact that both teams struggle from the line. Indiana shoots 67.7% from the free throw line, while the Connecticut Sun are just, slightly better at 77%. I expect points to be at a premium in this contest, thus cashing the under ticket here at 162.5 minus 110. The second play we are rolling with is Kelsey Plum over her point total prop at any odds we can get it at. Look, I know it's not ideal to put out a play, going over a point total prop for a player that where the odds are not simply released yet. But we're taking this, revenge angle to heart, and we believe Kelsey Plum is in line for a big game against her former employer, the Las Vegas Aces. Plum was an integral part of the Aces championship squad, and she's going to want to prove to her former employer that she can, in fact, still ball. She's notched at least 25 points in 4 of the 6 games so far this year, including in back-to-back contests. And with a big part of, her game coming through volume shooting, she's attempted at least 18 field goal attempts in 5 of the 6 games so far this season. The volume's going to be there. And against a Las Vegas Aces side that is leaky defensively, they have been for the last couple of seasons. I expect the Sparks to give the Aces everything they can handle, and that's going to be led by Kelsey Plum doing her work and getting her fair share of points. I'm going to update this line, first thing in the morning when this line comes out. I'm expecting it to be hovering around, between 18 and 19.5 points. Either way, we're going to smash the over. I'm expecting at least 25 plus points for Plum in her return to Las Vegas. Take Kelsey Plum over her point total when it opens at any odds available. The third play we are rolling with is the Phoenix Mercury plus 3.5 points over the Minnesota Lynx. The odds are minus 110. Look, this is going to be a really good basketball game from a neutral perspective, but as a bettor, I'm going to roll with the home underdog here, getting 3.5 points for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, the Phoenix Mercury are 4-1 on the season. They're scoring points at will. They just fought back, tooth and nail to beat the Chicago Sky and drop 94 points in that contest. They're going to have a little bit of momentum on their side in terms of their offensive ability. They're not going to shy away from trading baskets with some of the best teams in the WNBA and playing their 3rd home game in succession. I believe they're going to be up for this game with an undefeated Minnesota Lynx coming to town. The Minnesota Lynx, as I mentioned, they're 5-0 on the season, and they come to town, feeling pretty good about themselves. But if you do a little digging, they've played some weaker opposition so far through 5 games. Their defensive rating is ranked 7th in the WNBA at 100.9. And going on the road again in this contest against a good Phoenix Mercury side, just an off shooting night will be enough to put them behind the 8 ball with the Phoenix Mercury side who can score the basket with ease. I'm going to take that off shooting night to happen on Friday night in a tough place to play in Phoenix. So we're going to take the home underdog here at plus 3.5 points, minus 110. That wraps up Friday's episode of The Bounce. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to help support the videos, please smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Game Day Wagers, or leave a comment in the comment section if you guys are fading or tailing any of these 3 best bets. As always, good luck.